welcome to this channel.
In this video, we will make a challenge. I give myself a day to create a video game, and the challenge for today is that she who will see the game for the first time right now will create the assets for the game. She will come up with a concept, create the assets, and then we'll integrate them.
Right now what you will see are the placeholders, which I will fill with my art, but then he also is going to make his own art, and we're gonna make a bit of a competition of who does it better. He has a clear advantage because he knows what he did. I'm gonna see it for the first time. We're both gonna come up with a concept, and in the end you will see the results, and we will want you to vote.
A disclaimer, I'm really not good at game art, so this will be very fun to see.
Yes, so he has an advantage because he knows what it will be about, but I've done this more often than him, so...
Yes. Ready to see the game?
Yes, I
am. Oh my God, so, I always wanted to create ragdolls.
Oh.
Yes, I've never actually created the ragdolls in Unity. As we mentioned, it's just placeholders for now, so you will have to also come up with a title, concept, everything. Awesome. Buttons, everything. Okay, should I play or should you play?
You play first.
But then you play as well.
Yes, yes.
So you only play with the mouse.
Okay,
yes.
Cool.
And ready?
Yes.
This is the character. Hello! Woohoo!
Oh my God.
It's an endless runner basically, but you, instead of running, you grapple. Like Spider-Man. Oh you swing around and you drag yourself. So left click to shoot, right click to drag.
Oh my God.
And you have to avoid the spikes.
Okay.
That's why they're placeholders, and these are just obstacles. And that's all.
Okay, so the red things are obstacles that hurt you.
Ow!
And he fell apart.
Yes.
He fell apart.
like we do. It's your turn. Please play. It's so good.
Oh my God. Yeah, I overwhelmed the guy.
Now that she played the game, it's time for her to create the art, and I maybe fix some bugs and also create my art. And if you want to see how the game was made, watch the next few minutes, but you can also skip to the part where we draw the assets if that's more interesting to you.
Cool. See you there.
Like every beautiful story, we start with an empty Unity project, and I always dreamt of making a ragdoll game, so here it is. I made this cute little stickman, look at him. I assembled him in Unity, watched some tutorials on how to make ragdolls in a 2D project, and it was pretty straightforward. I mean, you assemble the guy the way you wanted. Then you add colliders for each body part, a circle for the head, and the next step is to add hinge joints to each part except the torso, because the head and the other main limbs are attached to the torso, and however the torso moves, they all move with it. And it's very, very important to uncheck this checkbox right here, okay? Otherwise it won't work. Then you define where the bones start, basically where they should rotate from, and each part also has a rigid body, I forgot to mention, because they get affected by gravity, and the torso is the one that it's like the center of their mass, and the others get moved together with the torso. And so it's important to do every step right here carefully, but you do it only once and it just works in the end. And I finally had the ragdoll, well, sort of. This was so fun to play with. Oh my God, I will only do ragdoll games from now on. Then I added the other limbs as well, and he looks pretty happy, right? And then I worked for a balancing script, which you took the settings and he just does this in the end. And this, for some reason. Whee!
We are planning for the future to make these type of challenges also for our community. And that will mostly take place on Discord. And we're gonna make a short video about this as well, in case you're curious and interested on what that will be like. We will give all the details and all the types of instructions and what you need to do for this on Discord. Stay tuned.
All the links are down in the description.
Awesome. See you there.
Then I quickly worked on a grappling gun, because everybody loves ragdolls and grappling guns, right? I mean, this is how you get a good game in the end. And because he gets out of the camera, I did a Cinemachine. Yeah, you know it. Cinemachine is this very cool plugin from Unity that lets you create cameras that follow the player very, very easily. And they also have a bunch of cool effects that let you like create spinning effects, transitions, and all sorts of cool cinematics for the game. And it finally works. You can now swing around with your little ragdoll. And then for some more visuals, I added a line renderer for the hook, which just gets attached to the player's hand and the end of the hook. I added some settings here, and again, if you want a tutorial for this one, just let me know down in the comments. And it looks pretty cool. Without knowing it, I accidentally made a very cheap version of Spider-Man, and this was so fun to play with. Now it's time for some gameplay, you know. I added procedure generated rooms. Well, procedure generated rooms, it's too much said. I mean, they just spawn one after another and gets attached to the previous room. It took a while to create a code for this, but I had it pretty clear mapped in my head. And it looks pretty okay in the end. I mean, just look at this. You go further, you hit a trigger, and it spawns the next room. And it gets added to a list for the rooms to be remembered. So I can also clean up after a while. So if you like go through 100 of rooms, you won't have all 100 rooms spawned on the map, you will have only the last 10 ones. Then I added a script that spawns random obstacles on the map, so basically you have spawn points and obstacles and they get chosen randomly based on a percentage. So yeah, that's why it looks generally procedural and it's pretty cool. Let's add more grapple guns. I added this because somebody commented on our Discord server that it would be cool to have more guns from each hand so you can gain momentum. This took a while, but in the end I almost got it working. And then this happened. I broke the whole system. After even more coding, I finally fixed the grapplings. Yep, this looks alright. This is exactly how it's supposed to work. Yay! And like every cool developer, I added a particle effect with Unity's particle system, and it was pretty fun. I always forget how to use the settings, but I didn't remember, because why not? I might make a tutorial just for myself here. And this is the blood. Then I added a health bar, then some deadly spikes that you hit and obviously you lose hit points. I made more of them so it looks more random and the map should look better. And here are the spawn points where the red represents the spikes, the yellow are the obstacles. And we finally have a game. It looks perfect. Thank God it has no bugs. No kidding. I spent more hours on fixing the game, and we finally have the rooms, the spikes, and a main menu and a tutorial. Yay, because you need to know how to play the game. And then I worked for a death screen because my brain was like, I need a cool effect when you die, and it looks cool now, but when you restart the game, it just does this. Whatever this is. Because it's a ragdoll, and when you die, you just break the ragdoll apart. And when you restart it, I don't want to just reload the scene. I want to assemble the player and spawn it back at the beginning. Also, I want to clean the rooms and just like pretend that I'm restarting the scene, but I'm not. And this resulted in all sorts of issues, because why not? After more hours of working, I finally got it working, and just look at this. For my side at drawing, I decided to go with the Ninja, and I'm using Fire Alpaca. It's a free software and I like it. It's Photoshop but much more easier to use. And I took the placeholder and started drawing over it, this super basic ninja thing that I had in my mind, and it looks very crappy. But wait, I know a ninja. Hey, yep, let's use one of our favorite ninjas. In this small time-lapse, I started drawing Kakashi as I saw fit for our very much ragdoll character. And I added all sorts of details, and my style is not so good because I'm not good at drawing. You know, I drew the characters for Fantasy Fighters, my first Steam game that I published, and yeah, I usually go with a very thick outline. After I make the basic sketch, I like to go over with some clean lines again. This makes the character in the end look much more clean. And afterwards I place a layer underneath and start adding the basic colors. Kakashi is very easy to color, and I also like these colors for him. It's very much green. I think I also chose him instead of other Naruto characters because I instantly remembered a scene from the Naruto that I watched when I was a kid with him fighting Zabuza, and in the end I tried to add that kind of vibe to the game. You will see soon when I start drawing the background, but for now I'm finishing the coloring, and the next step is to create another layer with shadows. Yeah, this is the part that honestly I have no clue what I'm doing, I just know it looks good. Basically I choose the color that I draw over the same part, go a few colors slower and start drawing at every corner of the character, and starts looking amazing. Okay? I don't know why, but I will always keep doing this. And here is before and after. Then I started drawing a background. These are like the hidden mist mountains, because you know when the characters in Naruto move so fast, like choo choo choo, they make it look like they're above everything, and it looks just pretty awesome, and I wish I could do that, but no. I also know one style of drawing mountains. It's drawing the shapes very randomly, triangular, then add a shady side, shady, I mean a shadow side, and then add these droplets that look like melting snow. And to make it actually look melting, I also have another small trick, is to use the eraser and start randomly erasing stuff. This is what I mean with I'm not good at drawing, because I only have 2 or 3 tricks that look good in the end, and I keep using them. I'm not really willing to evolve my art skills, because I'm the developer and I already have Charlie for that. And that makes us a great team, because I trust her on everything. And after I did the background and the character, I integrated Kakashi in the game. You can see here placing his body parts over the placeholder and just taking more and more shape, and it looks super cool. And as for the hook, I added a shuriken, obviously. And here is the game. You can see him swinging. Whee! Whee!
Okay, so now it's my turn, and I decided on going for the concept of Tomb Raider because I've been obsessed with that lately, and we're actually playing the old game, so it's been retro week for us. And I've not drawn anatomy or any realistic humans lately, so I needed a few tries on figuring out how a face looks. And yeah, of course, I needed some reference pictures, and that helped a lot. And once I had that, then slowly the shading started, and there it was already a bit more familiar because shading is not as bad. And now we get to the hair, and we took the decision to have her hair differently from the game, so they have a more interesting braid like this. And after I added some more details to this, I moved on to the body, where I started off with a sketch from the first games where she basically was all triangles, but I saw that I was not able to reduce my art to triangles and went way too realistic, which I guess I just have to accept at this point, and struggled quite a bit with those pants because perspective and 2 legs that have to move weren't the greatest thing to do. But also proportions in the end I fixed and tried to get right, and now shading starts, so now some details are added and it gets more realistic. And so this is the final Lara, and now we will part her into pieces so that he can integrate them. And now we're moving on to the background, where I chose this type of Mayan temple jungle style, and very randomly trying to add some brush strokes so it looks a bit acceptable. Obviously did not give any attention to detail here, but now we come to the assets in the actual gameplay, and here I decided to go for the interior of a temple with bricks and all that, and also got inspired by these, again, patterns that are used in these temples, trying to also include some gold, because I mean Tomb Raider and Lara are all very, glamorous, I would say, and temples and all that couldn't be the same without some plants, some nature, and also included some monstera leaves, and also Ferb. Here Ferb comes into play. We needed him as an asset. And okay, now the main menu and the obstacles and blades, after which the UI stuff came into play, and I tried with a bunch of different brushes to find the right logo, and I decided for the title to be Temple Swing because it was also inspired by Temple Run and all that. And that was it.
And the last step of the process is to also record the audios. This is always one of the funniest parts of game development, and because we wanted it to be unique, each of us created their own sound effects for the game. So I started making these hurt noises that you just saw, some explosions, etc. for Kakashi, and then also Charlie did her sounds, and in the end it's just such an amazing results on how the game will look, because we never expected to go so far as to also make the sounds. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. We can play the games.
Woo!
Excited! Let's
Yes,
go!
nice. Now, we already saw each other's games because we had to implement the assets and all that. But I think I like his game more and he likes mine more. So, yeah, the grass is always greener.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you will really need to decide to vote in the comments on our Discord server and maybe on the each page. But let's dive right into the game. Oh!
Ooh.
This is my game. It's Ninja Rush, inspired by maybe Naruto. What the fuck? Why did I start in? Doesn't matter.
Oh, wow. I love the art. I love the colors.
Really?
He has so
No,
much,
no, no.
like, I can see him so clearly. I love that.
Okay, now let's go.
Did you fix some of the bugs that we had in the first one?
I did fix some bugs, yes,
Awesome.
but not all of them. Like some things are still spawning randomly. And now, like this spike is not supposed to be in the middle. But we
Damn, but
did
I
it in a
love it.
day.
I love these lines that you made. They I don't know, they add so much. For me, this seems so clean and so clear. Everything is so nice made. I find it amazing how you did
It's
this.
so pretty of you
For
to
someone
say.
who doesn't draw a lot, this was amazing.
I'm really not good at drawing. I spent 2 hours on the main character. I know you also spend much time on
I
it.
spent my entire time on the main character while you were done with all the assets. So yeah. But it's amazing. I love it.
No.
I love the sound.
You also had to make the sounds
Yeah.
for its game. Bang!
Yeah, so this is mine.
This looks so good! That you spent time for each and every asset. You drew shadows. You have mountains, stones, temples. Oh my god. Damn! And Ferb! Ferb.
In case you don't know who Ferb is, he's our plant. He is mostly featured in all our games and videos, and he is very special to us.
Yes.
Yeah, so I told you already what my idea was in this. So you're playing with Lara Croft, my iteration of her, and yeah, it looks fun. I think I put too many details in the art, but yeah, it looks cool as a
Yes.
good start.
It's amazing. I can't believe it. I mean, I would play this. I would actually click on this game, play it, because it looks amazing. Picture this, you're back in 2010 and you want a mobile phone and you find this.
All right. Oh my god, I have to play.
Yes.
I have forgotten.
I also changed the colors for the tutorial.
Yes, I appreciate that. Oh god, I'm gonna die instantly.
Exactly, so...
Yay!
Score 0!
I
Yeah.
love that she falls into pieces. Look at all her body parts. Let's try this again.
You're close. Okay, you're playing very stable, easy.
I learned a bit since we did this the last time.
Nice. For those of you who know, don't you think this game, her character looks a bit like a character from Happy Wheels? Please comment down below if you believe that too.
So curious which one you guys like more. But obviously I want to win. Because if I win, I actually get a dinner date. But if he wins, he gets a board game night.
Board games!
And I'm not a huge fan of board games. Most of them. I like some.
Because
God,
you
this is
win.
hard. Yeah, but yeah. Yay! Nice!
I want to play with yours too. This looks too good. Wow. Damn. Ooh. Okay, that's unfair.
You know you made the game, right?
No. Okay. Thank you so much for watching so far. Please vote down below which art style you think looks better.
Get me dinner.
No, get me the board game night, please. Come on, I know you're Naruto fans.
No, you like this more. It's a girl, I mean.
So it's Kakashi versus Lara Croft.
Yes.
Let's go.
Hopefully we see you on our Discord, and don't forget to vote on this video, like, share and subscribe to our channel to see some more of this stuff, and watch our other videos because they are as entertaining.
Yes, and subscribing and sharing, engaging with our videos means a lot to us because we put a lot of effort into these videos, especially into game jams.
Yes.
We lose much sleep, but in the end it's worth it because we have so much fun doing this.
And we learn so much also, so.
Yes, bye.
Bye. If you like Ferb, vote my game.
No, that's not fair. Everybody likes Ferb. If you like Ferb, vote my game.
If you does he have Ferb in his game? He doesn't.
Because
So
Ferb would die in that world.
he would.
He thrives in
You
this.
would created a world where Ferb would die. That is not love. He fell apart.
He fell apart. It can be really fun when you. Because I want to add noises.
Oh yes, of course. Should we add noises to our own games?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so the score doesn't reset itself.
That's awesome. I mean,
Come on, no! What do you think? I find
it's
this
gonna be interesting.
I find this really funny. I mean, this can be played on mobiles and everything. Yes, some obstacles don't spawn right, but that doesn't
I mean,
matter.
that's fine.